All right, get ready to dive in, everybody, because today we're going deep, like really deep.
Into the Dead Sea.
You got it? And we're using a Wikipedia article to guide us. But here's the twist.
It's in Spanish.
Exactly. And let me tell you, this is one salty situation you won't want to miss.
Oh, it is salty, all right.
I bet you know something about that, right?
Well, I mean, besides the fact that it's, one of the saltiest bodies of water on Earth.
Well, yeah, that too. But I was thinking more along the lines of, it's the lowest point on Earth.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's like 435 meters below sea level. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine that. You're on dry land, but you're actually lower than the ocean floor.
Mind-blowing. It's like what? Like a giant bathtub just sunk into the earth? Where is this thing exactly?
Well, it's nestled right between Israel, Palestine, and Jordan.
Oh, okay. Right there in the Middle East. And the Jordan River flows into it, right?
Yep, that's its main tributary.
But there's no outlet, so where does all the water go?
It evaporates, basically.
Yeah.
And all those minerals, they get left behind.
Making it way saltier than the ocean.
Way saltier, almost 9 times saltier, to be more precise.
Yeah.
It's like a giant evaporation pool concentrating the salt over time.
Hold on a sec. If it's not the saltiest body of water out there, why do they call it the Dead Sea?
Good question. The name can be a bit misleading.
So it's not really dead?
Well,
What's going on there?
there are saltier spots. Lake Assal in Djibouti, some lakes in Antarctica.
Oh, wow. Okay, but...
I guess dead kind of captures the vibe. You can't sink, that's for sure. The water's too dense.
Yeah.
But not much can actually live there either.
Except for some seriously tough microbes, I'm guessing.
You got it. They're called halophiles, and they are tiny but super resilient. Bacteria, archaea, even viruses.
Oh, wow. Even viruses. And they can handle all that salt?
Like champs. And they're also brine shrimp.
Brine shrimp?
Yeah, they're these tiny little creatures that have adapted to survive in that crazy, salty environment.
That's wild. So we've got this super salty lake. It's teeming with microscopic life. It's the lowest point on Earth. What else makes the Dead Sea so special?
Well, for starters, it's got a long and fascinating history going back thousands of years. It's actually been known by many different names throughout history, each one kind of hinting at its unique characteristics.
Oh, I like that. Like what?
Well, in Hebrew, it's Yam HaMillah, which means Sea of Salt.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward.
Right. But in Arabic, it's Al-Bar al-Mayit, meaning the Dead Sea, or Bar Lut, which means Sea of Lot.
Sea of Lot. So that ties it into biblical stories then.
Exactly. And then in ancient Greek, it was called Lake Asphaltites.
Asphaltites. What's that about?
It refers to the asphalt deposits that used to be found on its surface. The Egyptians even used that asphalt for mummification.
No way. So it wasn't just some salty lake. It was like a valuable resource back then.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine, just standing on those shores thousands of years ago. It was a bustling trade route, salt, asphalt, all sorts of goods moving through. And it's been a place of refuge and conflict, shaping the history of the entire region.
Speaking of history, weren't there some pretty famous folks connected to the Dead Sea?
Oh, yeah, tons. Like Aristotle, for one. He even wrote about the water, how unique it was.
Who? Anyone else?
King Herod. He built all these fortresses and palaces along the western shore.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Like,
Masada?
Masada, yes. I've heard of it, but remind me what's so special about it.
Well, it was this stronghold King Herod built. And centuries later, Jewish rebels used it to hold out against a Roman siege for years.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty incredible. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site now. You can still visit the ruins, imagine all the drama that went down there.
So from ancient trade routes to epic battles, this place has seen it all. Oh, and what about the Dead Sea Scrolls? Weren't those found somewhere around there?
Those are the famous ones, found hidden in caves near the Dead Sea. And get this.
What?
They weren't just any old writings. They showed a whole different way of looking at the Bible, gave us a glimpse into what those Jewish communities were like 2,000 years ago. Pretty amazing, right?
That's wild. Talk about a history lesson. But let's fast forward to the present day. What's the Dead Sea like now?
Well, it's a pretty popular tourist destination nowadays. People come from all over the world to experience that unique feeling of floating in the Dead Sea.
Oh, yeah, I've seen pictures of that. Everyone's just bobbing around effortlessly. How does that even work?
Well, the salt content is so high, it makes the water super dense, denser than our bodies even. So you just float right up.
Like a natural spa treatment, too, right? I've heard people say that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The minerals in that water, they're supposed to be really good for your skin, have all kinds of therapeutic benefits.
And there are resorts and spas, right, all along the shores.
Yep. Especially on the Israeli side, in a place called Ein Bokek. Ein Bokek. Got it. What about the Jordanian side? Anything cool over there? Definitely. There's this scenic road called the Dead Sea Panoramic Road. It goes all along the eastern shore.
Sounds beautiful.
Oh, it is. And if you're curious, you can actually explore it virtually.
Wait, really?
Yep, on Google Street View. Pretty cool, huh?
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. Anything else on that side?
Yeah. There's also the Mujib Reserve, this amazing canyon. It was carved by the Mujib River flowing into the Dead Sea. Hikers love it.
Wow, so it's like this blend of ancient history, natural beauty, and modern tourism all in one place. Sounds pretty incredible.
It really is. But there's a bit of a catch. The Dead Sea is facing some serious environmental challenges these days.
Oh no, what's going on?
Well, remember how we talked about the Jordan River being the main source of water for the Dead Sea?
Yeah.
Well, over the years, a lot of that water has been diverted for agriculture and other uses. Less water flowing in, plus those high evaporation rates we talked about.
That's got to be shrinking the Dead Sea, right?
Exactly. The water level's been steadily dropping.
How much are we talking about?
About a meter every year.
A meter every year. That's a lot.
It is. And as the water level drops, the land around the Dead Sea starts to sink. They call it subsidence.
Oh, right. Subsidence. Creates sinkholes and stuff.
Exactly. That's right. And it's a real threat to the environment and the people who live and work in the region.
So it's like the Dead Sea is slowly shrinking away. What can they even do about that?
That's the million-dollar question. There are some big, ambitious projects in the works, though.
Like what?
Well, one is called the Dead Sea Water Conveyance Project.
Okay.
The idea is to pump water from the Red Sea to the Dead Sea to replenish it.
Wow. That sounds ambitious.
It is a very complex undertaking. Lots of technical challenges and political hurdles, too.
So it's a tough situation, no easy answers.
It is. But the fact that people are actively working to protect the Dead Sea, that gives me hope. It shows that we recognize how important it is,
Yeah.
not just for tourism or its resources, but for its unique ecosystem and its historical and cultural significance.
It makes you think. We've been talking about the Dead Sea as this geographical wonder, a historical landmark, a tourist destination. But what about its future?
That's the question we all need to be asking. What do we want the future of the Dead Sea to look like? Do
Exactly.
we prioritize economic development or environmental preservation? How can we balance the needs of the people who depend on the Dead Sea with the need to protect this fragile ecosystem?
It's a lot to think about, especially in the context of all the environmental challenges we're facing globally.
Absolutely. The Dead Sea is like a microcosm of the bigger issues facing our planet. Climate change, water scarcity, the impact humans are having on the environment.
So it's not just some salty lake. It's a story of resilience, a symbol of how interconnected we are with nature, and a call to action to be responsible stewards of our planet's resources.
Well said. And for everyone listening, think about this. What can you do to help protect not just the Dead Sea, but our planet as a whole? Every little bit counts.
It's a reminder that we all have a role to play in shaping a sustainable future. Even for something that seems as far away as the Dead Sea, our actions here can make a difference. Now, remember how we were talking about all that history hidden beneath the surface?
Yeah, like those Dead Sea Scrolls. It makes you wonder what other secrets are just lying down there undiscovered.
Exactly, like a giant underwater time capsule just waiting to be opened. Maybe there are more scrolls down there, ancient artifacts. Who knows what else?
Fascinating to think about what we might find if we just dare to dive deeper.
It really does make you think, doesn't it? All those mysteries just waiting to be uncovered.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that there's always more to learn, more to explore, even in a place that's been studied as much as the Dead Sea.
Who knows? Maybe someone listening right now will be the one to make the next big discovery.
Yeah, maybe you'll be the one to decipher some ancient text or unearth a hidden artifact.
Or maybe you'll come up with some brilliant solution to help save the Dead Sea.
The possibilities are endless.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the Dead Sea, we want to leave you with this thought.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking questions.
Because even in the deadest of places, there's always something new to discover, something that can spark our curiosity and really ignite our imagination.
The Dead Sea is a testament to that, isn't it? The power of resilience, the beauty of nature, and the enduring legacy of human history.
It's a place that has captivated people for millennia and continues to inspire awe and wonder in all who visit.
And even if you never get the chance to experience the Dead Sea firsthand, we hope this deep dive has given you a glimpse into its magic and left you wanting more.
So until next time, keep diving deep into the world around you. And who knows, maybe we'll meet again on another deep dive adventure.
Happy exploring.